Chapter 1. The Frightened Lady. Dr. Watson visits his friend, the famous detective Sherlock Holmes.
What's your new case about, Holmes?
I don't know yet. A young woman telephoned. She sounded very frightened. She'll be here soon.
A little later...
Thank you for seeing me, Mr. Holmes. My name is Helen Stoner. I live with my stepfather, Grimesby Roylott, in his family home.
I've heard of the Roylott family.
Yes, they were rich once, long ago. The house is old now and falling down. My twin sister, Julia, and I were babies when our father died. Then Mother married Grimesby. He was a doctor.
Take a deep breath, please.
But he stopped work when Mother died 8 years ago.
We've gathered here together on this sad occasion to mourn the passing of...
Mother left £1,000 a year in her will, so we all had enough to live on.
But it hasn't been a happy life.
No, my stepfather changed so much. Then, 2 years ago, my sister suddenly died.
How did she die?
That's why I have come to see you, Mr. Holmes. Her death was so mysterious. Now I'm frightened for my own life. You've got to help me, please.
Frightened. 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 Marry. 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 Old. 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 Poor. Poor. Rich. Rich. Twin sister. Twin sister. Young. Young.
Chapter 2. A Mysterious Death. Helen Stoner, a terrified young woman, comes to ask Sherlock Holmes for help.
Try to calm down, Miss Stoner, and tell us what happened to your sister.
Well, 2 years ago, Julia got engaged.
Will you marry me, Julia?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course I will.
One night, just before the wedding, she came to my room to talk to me.
Helen, do you hear strange noises very late at night?
No, Julia. What kind of noises?
Every night this week, I've woken up and heard a strange whistling and the sound of metal clanging.
Suddenly, at 3 a.m,
Julia! As I ran to Julia's room, I heard a strange whistling noise and the sound of metal clanging. Julia, open the door!
Helen, it was the band, the Speckled Band.
What is it, Julia? Julia, what's the matter?
Julia, speak to me.
Julia, are you all right? My stepfather tried to help Julia, but a minute or two later, she was dead.
Get engaged. Get engaged. Get engaged. Wedding. Wedding. Wedding.
Chapter 3. Helen's Fears. Helen Stoner is telling Holmes and Watson about the night her sister died.
My sister's death was very strange. Her doors and windows were locked, and there was no one else in the room.
What about poison?
The police couldn't find anything. They tried very hard because of my stepfather.
What do you mean?
He can be very violent. He went to prison once for attacking his servant.
What do you think happened to Julia, Miss Stoner?
I think she died of fear. And now I'm frightened too. I recently got engaged.
Ah, that's interesting.
My stepfather's doing some repairs to the house, and he's making me use the room where Julia died. Late last night, I was lying there thinking of Julia, and suddenly I heard a strange whistling and the sound of metal clanging. So this morning I caught the first train to London to see you. I'm too scared to go back there.
I'm afraid you'll have to. I can't help you unless I see the rooms. Is your stepfather at home today?
No, he has a business meeting here in London.
Good. Dr. Watson and I will meet you at your house this afternoon.
Poison. 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 Scared. Scared. Scared.
Chapter 4. An Angry Visitor. Helen thinks her life is in danger, and Holmes agrees to help her. Helen has just left.
Which of you is Sherlock Holmes?
I am. And who are you, sir?
Dr. Grimesby Roylott. I followed my stepdaughter here. Tell me what she said to you.
That, sir, is private.
I'm warning you, Holmes. Stay out of my business. I punish people who make me angry.
Please leave and take your threats with you.
That afternoon, Holmes and Watson go to Stoke Moran to meet Helen.
I went to check the will that Helen's mother left. Ah, what did it say? That Roylott would control the money, but only until her daughters got married.
Look, there's Helen.
Let me show you the rooms now, before my stepfather gets back. Did I tell you he went to London today?
Yes, and he came to my house after you left.
Oh, no! If he knows I've been to see you, I'm in even greater danger.
Angry, angry, angry. Punish, punish, punish.
Chapter 5. A Strange Room. Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson visit Helen's home to investigate her sister's death.
So, on the left is your stepfather's room, Julia's is in the middle, and yours is on the right.
Yes, but I'm using Julia's room now.
I can't see any real repairs.
Yes, I'm sure it's just an excuse to make me use Julia's room.
Let's go and see the room. That rope.
It's a bell rope for calling servants. Julia didn't use it.
It's quite new, though.
Yes, my stepfather made some changes to this room not long before Julia died.
It isn't real. There isn't a bell, just a hook next to the ventilator. And the ventilator goes through to his room, not to the fresh air outside. Was the ventilator another change your stepfather made?
Yes, it was.
Look, the bed's fastened to the floor.
A bed that can't be moved, a ventilator that doesn't ventilate, and a bell that doesn't ring. What does it all mean?
It means I must examine Dr. Roylott's room now.
Examine, examine, examine. Hook, hook, hook. Bell rope, bell rope, bell rope. Ventilator, ventilator, ventilator.
Chapter 6. More Strange Clues. Holmes has found some strange clues in Helen's room.
This is my stepfather's room.
Miss Stoner, does your stepfather have a cat?
No? Why?
Because he's left a saucer of milk on the floor.
Well, he does collect strange animals from faraway places. He's got a cheetah and a baboon.
I don't think the milk is for them. What's in the safe?
I don't know.
Why has someone been standing on this chair?
Look at this strange stick, Holmes. I wonder what it's for.
I think I know. I've seen enough. We had better go now before Dr. Roylott returns. Miss Stoner, you must follow my instructions very carefully. If you don't, your life will be in even greater danger.
Baboon, baboon, baboon. Cheetah, cheetah, cheetah. Safe, safe, safe. Saucer, saucer, saucer. Stick, stick, stick.
Chapter 7. The Signal. After seeing the rooms, Holmes agrees that Helen Stoner is in great danger.
Do you know how Julia died?
Yes, but I need proof. So I must spend tonight in Julia's room. Watson and I will watch your house from that inn. When your stepfather goes to bed, you can send us a signal.
A signal?
Yes. Put a lamp in that window, then go to your old room and lock the door.
Holmes and Watson take a room in the local inn to watch for Helen's signal.
This is perfect. I can see Julia's room clearly. Ah, Dr. Roylott is back, Holmes.
Later, don't forget to bring your gun tonight. We may be in danger.
You seem sure you've solved this mystery, Holmes. But how?
Elementary, my dear Watson. You saw everything I saw. The ventilator, the rope, the bed.
Yes, and Roylott made these changes just before Julia died. But how did he kill her?
Think, Watson. A saucer of milk, a metal safe, a strange stick.
Wait, Holmes, look!
Ah, Helen's signal.
Signal, signal. In, in, in.
Chapter 8. The Beast in the Garden. Holmes and Watson are going to spend a night in the room where Julia died.
We can climb up there to get in.
Take care not to make any noise.
Wait! What was that?
I didn't hear anything. Go on, Watson. I'll go first, then you can follow.
Holmes, look out!
Chapter 9. Danger in the Dark. Holmes and Watson are attacked in the garden of Dr. Roylott's house.
Get away from me! Thank goodness it was the baboon, not the cheetah. We must put out the light. so Roylott doesn't see it through the ventilator. And don't fall asleep.
Holmes and Watson sit silently in the dark for more than 3 hours, waiting. Then, suddenly...
Look, Holmes!
A few minutes later...
Watson, it's on the bell rope. Quickly, light the lamp. What is it, Holmes? I didn't kill it. It's gone back through the ventilator. We must go to Roylott's room. Have your gun ready.
Chapter 10. The case is closed. Holmes and Watson hear a terrible scream from Dr. Roylott's room.
What was that? A sign that this strange case is over. Come on, Watson, to Roylott's room.
Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson, what's happening?
I'll explain later, Miss Stoner. Until then, you had better wait out here. His plan to kill Helen has caused his own death.
But how? And what's that band around his head?
A speckled band, Julia called it. It's a swamp adder, the deadliest snake in India.
Ah, that's the clanging sound the girls heard.
Exactly. And the whistling was Roylott calling the snake. He had to send it into Julia's room a few times before it finally bit her.
Later...
To slide down the bell rope and bite Julia. And then me. But why?
Why kill you? To stop you getting your mother's money when you married. And why a snake? Because he knew the police would never check for such an unusual poison.
The next day...
Goodbye, and thank you once again for saving my life.
I'm just glad we could help, my dear.
What a strange, sad business that was, Holmes.
True, Watson. But at least the case is closed.
Snake, snake, snake.